My name is Cassie. I'm a personal trainer and owner at Thrive Fitness, and today we have a lower body workout for you. It's going to be real quick. We're working on supersets. So supersets are where you take two exercises and you do them back to back with very little rest in between. So our goal will be to do 12 repetitions of each exercise immediately back to back from each other. Then you can take a little rest and then repeat. So we've got 3 groups of exercises, 1 quick burnout, and then we will be done. All right, so first 2 exercises that we're gonna superset today are a hanging squat and then heel raises. So you're gonna wanna go as heavy as you can for these 2 exercises. Keeping one of those weights close by, because again, we're trying to get into our heel raises from our hanging squat as quickly as possible. For squats, we want your feet a little wider than your hips. And if you're a little taller, it's okay to turn those toes out just slightly. And we're gonna start with 12 repetitions of those squats. So bending the knees, keeping the chest tall, bringing that weight toward the floor, but never resting it down. All right, so we're done with our squats. We're trying to move as quickly as we can to our heel raises, picking up that other weight, standing up nice and tall, hands are by your sides, and we're just going up and down on your toes, thinking about going straight up and down versus a forward and back motion. Weights are just rested at your sides. Second group of superset that we have today is we're going to go from some deadlifts right into reverse lunges. If you want to swap out weights between the 2 of these, that's fine. Typically you can go a little heavier with deadlifts than you can reverse lunges, but I think we want 12 deadlifts, 12 reverse lunges, as close together as possible. I will be swapping out my weights in between, going a little heavier with my deadlifts. Your form with deadlifts, we're keeping the knees just slightly bent. Weights stay really, really close to your body, feet are narrow. Hinging at the hips, sitting your butt back, pulling all the way back up. You're thinking about coming about halfway down your shin. You do not need to come all the way down to the floor. And we've got 12 repetitions here. Those weights, if you're choosing to, I'm grabbing something just a little lighter, going right into my reverse lunges. We have 12 total, so 6 on each side. Taking a nice step back, bending at both knees, thinking about getting that back knee as close to the floor as you can. But you're keeping most of your weight into that front leg and pushing into the floor like you're going up a step when you get up. Superset for the day, we're going to be taking it down to the ground. We've got some weighted bridges and some fire hydrants. So again, focusing on our glute strength. So for weighted bridges, you want to go with a very heavy weight, probably the same thing you squatted with, or one of the 2 dumbbells that you did deadlifts with. We're coming down to the floor, laying onto your back. The safest way to get that dumbbell across your hips is to roll to your side, grab it toward your hips, and roll back to your back. Dumbbells resting on the hips, my hands are just preventing it from rolling back toward me. Heels close to the butt, pressing your feet into the floor, pressing that weight up toward the ceiling, slowly lowering back down. We've got 12 repetitions, and then we're going to flip over as quick as we can onto our hands and knees to work on some fire hydrants. Okay, so now we're going to roll to the side, just dump that weight right off of your hips. Flipping over on hands and knees. Fire hydrant, we're keeping knee bent, and we're just taking it up and out to the side through a rotation, up and out, slowly bringing it back down. If you can keep the knee from touching the ground when you bring it down, that would be preferred. But if you need a little modification, you can touch that knee down after each repetition. We've got 12 on the right leg, 12 on the left. Supersets. We're going to finish with a little leg burnout. I always like to finish with some kind of aerobic burnout on Okay, so today it's just going to be 60 seconds of squat jumps, as many as you can get in 60 seconds. If you need to modify or you're not a jumper, all you're going to do is squat and pop up onto your toes. You're just gonna work as quickly as you can. But if you can jump for as many as you can, modify when you need to. We've got 60 seconds and then we're done. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this leg day. I hope it felt really good. Hope your heart's pumping fast, and we'll see you next time. You're like the bestie that I have in school that makes me laugh when the teacher's looking at me.